think I'm live. Hello, everybody. Just setting it all up. I hope the volume's working. Looks like it is. I'm coming on today because we are in the midst of some powerful energies, and hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Because I got some background noises going on. So I'm being called to do a live chakra healing. And this should be streaming on 3 platforms at one time. So if all is working accurately, that is what's happening. So welcome. My name is Master Juniper Blue Mystique. I am an Ascension Master, Master Healer, and a Divine Guide. Since 2019, I had a Kundalini awakening, and I've had things happening through me because nothing ever happens to you. That is all Ascension related. Okay? That is who I am, truly an Ascension Master. And today I have a workshop coming for this full moon. It's a full blood moon eclipse. It's in the midst of some powerful energies, right? We've had a solar eclipse. We've had some massive energy shifts going on, lots of solar flare influxes. It's a crazy, crazy world. And it's a beautiful ride, honestly. So I wanted to come on and do a live chakra healing. That's actually what I'm hearing to do through spirit. So that's what we're going to do. It's truly a live full chakra healing. It's not exactly like Reiki. I'm a master healer. I use light. I use everything. So we're just going to roll with it. I also heard the call to bring in the crystal diopside. So it's a very powerful healing crystal that does many things. I have that one and many other things near me that we're going to be using. I even have a moonstone pyramid, okay, that I'm being told to call into. But I'm not just going to use chakras and do some energy healing, okay? This is truly going to be a full chakra healing where we use the sun and the moon. We're going to draw it through our energy. And then when I need the crystals, I'll pull them in. Sometimes I get the call to use crystals I don't have, and I just literally energetically put them in your chakras. So that happens too, okay? So whatever it is what it is. I'm going to turn on the comments just in case. I don't know that we'll get any, and that's okay if we don't. I don't really want it to block the view. So welcome. Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. So if you are doing today's workshop, this is also a pre-intro healing for those that are joining me. If not, that's okay too. It's not necessary. That's just for those that wanted to do that. But we are being told with this moon that it's a timeline dump. So basically, right, we're in the phase of an ascension of the rebirth, and we are going to purge history. We're going to purge life as we knew it. And the earth is doing that. The foundation is cracking, right? Things are starting to go haywire in all kinds of ways because it's about rebirth, doing things new. And part of that is a history dump. So we are going to rebirth into newness, letting go of some of the things that we knew in history as well. And those are always layered. So I try not to minimalize those in any way, shape, or form. Let me turn off the demo. There we go. Okay, that's what was happening there. All right, so hopefully everybody's good. Hopefully you all can hear me. I will call in your energy, so no worries, just intend to receive, okay? And then I channel these. They are purely channeled through spirit. Any background noises you hear, I do own the rights to. And I think we're good to go, okay? Surprise live. I was not able to do my lives last week because I was in mom mode. I was spending time with my oldest, who was here for my birthday for a while, and my 2 other all together. So it was really, really nice. I took him to get his first tattoo. So that was really cool. Okay. So I'm going to take off any shoes, any slippers, just because I feel like I need to. I need to connect with the ground. And if you don't mind, uncrossing your feet if they're crossed. Okay, that's the main thing I ask for. You could be sitting, you could be chilling, you could be doing whatever, honestly, but be mindful these are very real, okay? So you might feel them in ways that you don't expect. But if you could just uncross and let energy flow. I've never been one that says cross your legs to meditate. There's always felt like there's something wrong with that to me. It just blocks energy. I like to keep my feet open on the ground usually, but just don't cross them. If you don't know me, I do burp. I burp when I do healings. It's just who I am as a healer. I'll do lots of things in one-on-one healings where I take on symptoms. I'll cough. I'll energetically kind of throw up. It just is what it is. It's how we release. It's how I connect. So please don't take it personally if I burp, okay? Or anything like that. All is gravy. All is good. Okay? All right. So I'm going to call in the creator. I'm hearing we're going to do some tapping too. So we're going to start with a little bit of tapping to open up our energy flow. And then I'm going to draw in whatever's next because I don't want to dictate it. So I'm going to call in the creator of all that is and all of the angels too. And already I'm starting to burp. To be with us in this space and time. I want to draw forth the highest light in and the highest light out only. And I want to start to draw out resistance and any ego mind. We're just going to start to set it down. We're just going to start to allow it to float away. Okay? Any fear I'm hearing, any expectations, we just want to allow it to flow away. Just let it go. Nothing else. Just agree to let it go. So I'm also seeing like the cosmic rays, I call them. They're like the energetic waves of color. So I'm calling those in. It looks like pastel colors, almost like you would see the northern lights, right? And I'm feeling these energies. These energies are palpable. And if you watch the ascension work, that is massive amounts of Christ light coming in. The sun is doing her job quite well, okay? The sun is doing her job quite well. So just know that. Interesting how I start calling in energy and I see the numbers go down. We never try to speculate. I'm just an observer. I am truly a master healer. So wherever there is language of the sun that needs to come through, whatever will come through, will come through. We don't need to understand it here. We just need to open this to receive. Just agree to receive, accept it, okay? But I am starting to feel some energy in the heart space and the throat. It's very dense and it's heavy and it's kind of painful. So it's starting to rise. So it's starting to be noticeable. So I call that forward. And as these cosmic rays are also coming in, I'm calling in a bubble of beautiful white light. It's like coming down like just a bubble of white light of a protection and anchoring in. And essentially, this is helping to remove energies that don't belong, any cords, any connections that you may have picked up that do not belong. Okay? So what I'm hearing is this is the seventh wave of life that we're going into. The seventh wave, the seventh generation. It's a reset. It's a reset and it's the seventh wave. And also 7D energy. It's not 5D that we're going into. It's 7D. Okay, so that's something to also recognize. These are they're palpable energies. They're very, very powerful. Okay, so Archangel Michael is stepping forward. Malachi is stepping forward. Archangel Shamuel is stepping forward. Archangel Raguel is also stepping forward. I see the Galactic Council stepping forward. Saint Genevieve, Saint Germain is stepping forward with the Akasha Records. I just have a lot of energies coming in for this. So for presence, because these are such intense energies, these are big energies, and for whatever they wish to provide, whatever that is. I'm calling in the energies of the north, the east, the south, and the west for earth grid, not old earth grid, new earth grid activation, connection. I call in earth, wind, fire, and water, all calibrated, recalibrated to the new directional flow. And all elements and all directions taken from the west and aligned back to the north in a complete grid activation, integration, connection, protection, and support. We canta la eteo. And I'm also being shown to call in the sun above us to the right and the moon above us to the left. And during this, they're going to come to the center, is what I'm seeing. I call forth this powerful chakra healing guided through a pure channeling of spirit, divine connection. Spirit calls these kinds of healings that I do Oshai. So if you ever see me put that, that's what Spirit called them. And I had to understand what that meant too. And it just means through the sun, through the descendant of the sun, through the light of the sun. It's a full healing. So it's all things. There's no separation of what might come through. So you hear people talk about Reiki. That's a limited space. Okay. Light healing. That's still a limited space. They will truly all channel through. So we just ride the wave. Okay. I'm going to get this candle going. So bear with me. And then I'm going to light some sage. Because I need to. And then we're going to rock this. I'm already seeing the images of Malachi, also with Metatron, coming through the Merkaba, okay, working through the Merkaba of Earth and our Merkaba. So some of you still have your Merkaba separated from your heart space. It appears in the energy in the front of your heart space, okay? And once we align fully with the divine masculine and feminine and our heart is open and healing and things, it goes into the center. Like you'll tune into it more just right directly in the center. So essentially that's releasing separation, right? The Merkaba is the divine masculine and the divine feminine, two tetrahedrons or whatever, two triangular shapes, one pointing up and one pointing down. Once they're activated, they start spinning, they become balanced and aligned, and they should become more of a light body form as we rise. So higher frequency is really what that means. Okay. Everything can be equated to frequency, vibration, vibrational shift, and everything is frequency and vibration, really. Okay. So I have the candle lit. See that right here. And I will light now some Palo Santo first. I'm calling in our higher selves, our ancestors, our guides individually. Yours, theirs, hers, his, well, whoever you are, and mine. And then also all of the other beings that have stepped in. So I do see loved ones coming in also. Just ancestral lines. Loved ones who have crossed over, loved ones we may have never known, right? From generations ago. I see multiple energies. And that's okay. We welcome them. Why would that be? Because what I do, I deal with karmic healing. I deal with our blueprint. These aren't just simple healings. I don't do that very well. Sometimes. Just depends on what's needed. Mostly pretty deep, pretty layered healings. Okay. I'm going to light a little bit of blue sage now, using the candle. Gotta watch the time. Got a little less than 2 hours, but it shouldn't take that long. Generally, they're about an hour. Sometimes they go a little longer. I'm not one that dictates time. I let spirit bring through what they need to do. It's pretty cool because I do one-on-one healings. And the way people showed me they did it when I first had my awakening, and they were trying to teach me what they did, and it didn't quite fit with what I was having happen. But they would literally set a timer. So they would get an appointment with somebody and they would book it for like a half an hour, whatever, you know, and they would set a timer. And no matter where they were in the healing, and generally their healings were kind of like cookie cutter type style, you know what I mean? They had like a flow that they did every time. And when the timer would go off, that would be it. And they would be like, hey, see you next time. Like, I couldn't do that. It just wasn't authentic to me because I channel everything. So you'll see my eyes closed. So what I do, and this is what I teach people in my alchemy academies, is I literally just tell spirit. Generally, we keep it around 45 minutes for my one-on-ones. Sometimes they go a little longer, sometimes a little less. So if I have somebody who's in a lot of pain and not feeling well, or the healing kicks their butt, they can only handle so much, right? But spirit always, and it's always right around 45 minutes. I opened my eyes and it felt like 5 minutes, and it's been like 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. I'm like, see? So I feel like we just roll. We roll with it. I have no timer. Okay. So there's a little bit of yummy sage also. I just felt we needed it. There's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of shadow presence. There's a big karmic shift occurring. And so it feels like this flop, almost like this yin and the yang, where what was up must come down. And that's how the energy is feeling. That's how it's presenting right now, is what is up must come down. And it looks like the yin and the yang just completely flops. So that is what it is. This is intention oil to call all of our power back. Okay. So I will be using it. I don't have a bay leaf here anymore. I should have grabbed one, but that's okay. We'll put it in my hands. So 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and 3 by 3. Power comes back completely. Whole and in tune. All power comes back. Now I want you to know that when I do these things, we must align with them. So choices will come up, things will come up, and because there's nothing outside of us, so where we give power away is in our choices, and where we get it back is through our choices as well. So just pay attention to your intuition, your nudges for alignment, and you will notice things. Okay, you will know if you're paying attention, you will notice things. Okay. So I'm hearing a couple things: crystalline grid and electrical grid. Electrical grid disintegration. It's almost like it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Okay. With the energy coming in, it just doesn't fit. With the sun hitting the earth, the electrical grid is outdated. It is false and it doesn't fit. And I'm hearing that for whatever reason. Okay. It does make sense though. When I did all the work that for the ascension, it came through a lot. So it makes sense. But we feel these things in our soul, in our psyche, and in our physical being. So I want to take that energy out. I want to release the electrical grid energy because we feel it's like waves, which also makes sense to why I have black tourmaline here. Okay, so I do have that. So I want to release electrical grid energy so we can ground completely, freely, unobstructed, no obstructions. Don't know why that's weird right now. Unobstructed, free, clear, pure. I want to also clear out, they're saying, like Wi-Fi frequencies and mold energies and heavy metals. So these are just outer energy right now. I need to clear them. So I'm drawing in lots of light energy, like pure, translucent, white, crystally white light. Okay. Just coming around you all around you and myself included. And it's helping to dissipate and release these frequencies that are not aligned. So I'm also seeing like this interference. I know I dealt with CERN and all that kind of, just there's so much interference. I don't have to get into all of it right now because some of us aren't fully awake to that, and that's okay. But what I see is like satellite interference. So there's a lot of like bombarding of energy at a lot of time. And so it messes with our head. It messes with our signaling of the body, our neurological system. It messes with our circadian rhythm, they're saying. And so I'm just helping to release. I'm drawing up the light into our auric field all around us, and we're just releasing these energies, these interferences. I'm also hearing the word sleep deprivation. So whenever somebody watches this and resonates with that, they're just validating. It's like inability, it messes with our ability to sleep clearly. Something is going on there, especially for somebody in particular, whenever they are here. I don't know. There is no time and separation. So I'm seeing this energy like above the head, and I'm clearing it out. Just clearing it out. Clearing out heavy thoughts, interference, like intrusive energies, intrusive thoughts. Clearing them out. So I'm feeling some stuff at the throat. So we're going to go ahead now and draw in the sun and the moon. Being told to grab this. And to light my moldavite incense. Okay. There is lots of intrusive energies, and they can be relentless. I'm hearing that. So I have had a deity stepping forward called, I hear Petrovia, or Petro Monrovia is how I was hearing it one day. Because she's coming in for New Earth Grid, it's part of our New Earth Chakra deity, and what she dealt with is the ethos, the earth balance. So the values of the earth system. Woo! Some chills coming up. Values of the earth system. New Earth is going back to where we value her, where we treat her with respect. We give and receive equally. There's a balance. Lots of chills. We need a balance back to earth, and that's what she's been bringing through a lot. And it's like a new earth value system. When you think of natives and how they would honor things, they would recognize the balance of the earth. At least a lot of past history did, more than we do now. And that's the energy coming through right now. It's like balance to a new earth frequency. Balance to new earth frequency. So we're going to bring that through. She's here. dealing with the Earth Star Chakra. So that's where we're starting today, is in our Earth Star Chakra. And we're going to work our way up from there. We've got the sun and the moon above us, but also below. I'm hearing the words as above, so below. So that is language of the sun and the moon. So I'm opening up the Earth Star Chakra beneath your feet. I'm opening it up. We're opening it up. And we're starting to remove debris. So some of us have more expansive of an Earth Star Chakra, and some haven't fully, worked into it. It is what it is. I'm seeing all the layers of the Earth Star Chakras. So we're just opening them up. And I see it like this beautiful lotus, just opening up at your feet. So I want to draw up the sun and the moon together because their energy is together. We're in an eclipse time again, but it's been in an eclipse energy since the last one. It really hasn't separated, and that's what I'm hearing. And so we have a partial lunar eclipse coming right now, like tomorrow, I think. But I see it. So they're coming up together from the earth, the moon and the sun, and I see it like a yin and a yang in balance, going through the Earth Star Chakra, going into the Earth Star Chakra, and the energy of the Northern Star. These are your guiding star. There's some matrix here that I'm undoing. Matrix grid of electricity and time. Finances, I'm hearing as well. Time, finances is coming in pretty loudly. So the money matrix system. Getting a little pain in my head as I'm doing that as well. So this is... So there is some resistance in the Earth Star Chakra to New Earth Foundation. We get stuck in homeostasis. It's a subconscious way that our body fights us. Even if it's not good, our body fights for what it knows. It's just the way the brain is, the consciousness does that. So I'm releasing that hold. I'm just bringing peace. I want to bring peace that it's safe to let go. And that's what I'm hearing. I want to bring peace that it's safe to let go of a false foundation, because it's going to be a September to remember. And I've been hearing that repeatedly from multiple beings over the last few days. Pretty much this entire month, I've been hearing that. And it's about opening up to change and not being afraid with change. Just our body will tend to fight, and we don't want that. We want to release. And like I said, this moon is with a timeline purge, and that's the workshop I'm doing tonight too. So that makes sense. We want to be able to let go freely. So I'm opening up the Earth Star Chakra. I'm hearing I also need to rotate somebody's Earth Star Chakra. So it's out of alignment. Okay, so just bring up the sun and the moon and the light from the earth, and I'm rotating it. And then we have ethos. We have the earth value system. New earth value system is shifting. We cannot treat the earth the way we have been. And it's not just as simple as don't litter. It's about balance. We're coming into the balance of the masculine and feminine again. And the earth grid is no exception to that. So we balance with her, okay? Balancing. That's why I'm seeing the sun and the moon and the yin and the yang aligned together. And it's as if they flipped upside down too. So we're balancing with the earth grid, with the earth value system, her purpose to our purpose. She is our provider, our giver, our nurturer. And the thing is nobody owns her. Nobody owns the earth. It's gift. It's a gift. It's a gifted source of life support. And we honor her. And we cherish her. And she gives that back in return. Nurture, balance. Nurture, balance. Nurture, balance. Undoing fear through the Earth Star chakra. Allowing fear to dissipate. Allowing resistance to dissipate. And so for some, I was kind of deactivating some of the matrix, and now I want to activate the new earth grid within the Earth Star chakra for you, your Earth Star chakra. Okay? So I'm bringing in, it's like light language. It looks like writing. That's how I see it. The matrix always shows us numbers. Don't get me wrong, numbers have value too with spiritual side of things. But when I see light link, when I see light activations, Christ activations, it's always in a language. It's a beautiful language writing. So I will provide that. Okay. So it's an Earth Star light activation. Okay, I'm going to put this down so I can truly tune in. I also want to grab my diopside. It's dark. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to start drawing the light up now from the Earth Star chakra, going all the way up through the energy, rising up like a cord connection into your feet. This is the sun and the moon as the northern star. And the earth grid light activation that I just did. So it's all rising up into your feet, into your ankles, into your calves. There's a little disruption on the right side of the foot, the chakra of the foot. So I'm going to clear that. I'm hearing a lack of balance here between the masculine side and the feminine side at the feet. So I'm just going to start to clear that, and we're going to bring in balance. Bringing in balance. I heard released obstruction, then I also saw the light go boom. So we're rising up through the calves and into the knees and into the thighs and now into the root chakra. I also want to tell you that as I am doing the internal chakra grid, I'm affecting the external one. So your aura is a chakra within itself that connects to all your internal chakras. So you know how people can see the colors of your aura and tell what's blocked? It's because your chakras reflect through your aura. Okay. So I'm affecting both at the same time. And your etheric connection, your connection to the ethereal, your connection to the universe. Because this isn't just Earth that's being affected. It's lots of planets at one time. So I'm going to tune in deeply to the root now. Put my hands down for a moment. I don't really need those. It's added. So I'm drawing light. I'm drawing the sun and the moon and light into the root now, as well as that light language, that light grid activation. And your higher self energy is coming down from above to connect with you as we meet at the heart. Okay? We want to release separation. New Earth is about the totality of the self. We come into our soul self. That's why you have to be soul path aligned and not matrix grid aligned. That's what our higher self is. There's separation when we're trying to connect and we come into the integration of the higher self on Earth. But it's less dense for sure. So I want to tune into the root, because as I'm starting to rise up, I feel a lot of energies we're going to work through. So I want to very focus intently into the root, into the root, into the root. So I'm bringing the moon into the left of the root chakra and the sun into the right, with an energy of the Merkaba in the center as the guiding star. Okay, does that make sense? So I'm bringing the moon into the left of the root chakra, the sun into the right of the root chakra, all connecting and flowing, with the Merkaba energy in the center as the northern star that connects the two, bringing them together. Our guiding star, our divine presence, our birthright. That's who we are. So within the root, we're using the Merkaba as well to start balancing the energies of the masculine on the top first. So it's as if I pull the Merkaba apart and kind of snap it back together, just to clear out debris, to clear out some funk between the masculine and feminine energy in your root star chakra. So I'm hearing that it's like a release. This is making way for a timeline purge. Making way for a mass timeline purge. Mass timeline purge. It's more than your mind can understand. I want you to understand something. And the return, right? People are talking about Jesus is returning. That's way more layered than you can ever fathom. So if I told you the Holy Grail was a contract written in Jesus's blood and all this stuff, and it's been undone, what would that mean to you? If I told you that Sekhmet and Horus came back together and called their power back, what would that mean to you? If I told you that the crystalline grid has been rebuilt and pure light is now filling all things only, and all darkness is being pushed out, what would that mean to you? It is truly, truly a rebirth. A timeline purge. Purging of the past. Purging of what was done. And in order to do that, it rises to be seen at the same time. So I'm seeing to draw up that new earth grid system, the new earth light codes, into the root chakra now, with a little balancing of the masculine and feminine at the same time. So I'm bringing in a little bit rotation of the root. So I also had to rotate the earth star chakra for somebody. I'm doing it in the root too. I need to rotate it ever so slightly. And then I need to turn your foundation compass inward. So it's turning the foundation compass inward. And I'm hearing a lot of foundation integration in the root. We're releasing fear. Resistance to change. False timelines. I'm also hearing to release Mount Shasta grid. Mount Shasta is not of light. It never was. It was false. So for somebody, we're releasing that grid. It's part of the veil of illusion. Out of the foundation. So I also need to tell you that this is for Earth also. So Mount Shasta and that whole area being a part of a false foundation, I am literally pulling all of that apart from the Earth map. That's how I'm seeing it, and it's happening through the root chakra. So it's as if I see like California here and the rest of, is that Nevada? We've got Oregon, we've got Washington, and we've got like what, Texas over here, New Mexico down south, and I'm a couple states. Like I'm seeing this in my mind, and I feel like there's a line there, the fault line, and I need to like pull it apart. Just pulling it apart in the root chakra. Releasing separation. That is a part of releasing, chills, sorry. Part of releasing separation is letting go of a false foundation. Now, this is interesting to me. If you watch the work I did when I undid Mount Shasta, I had to clear it and free hundreds of souls first. And then I cleansed the root chakra that was there because they stole it from Fiji. And then I took the root chakra, cleansed, and put it back in Fiji. And then cleared some bloodshed from a masculine and feminine that was at Mount Shasta that they forced. And it was a lot of bloodshed there. I cleared that out, and then it cut it all off from life support. It became very black to the earth grid. It no longer connects to the life support. Then the root chakra, I'm in your root chakra, Earth's root chakra reconnected back to Fiji. And that is where the God portal was, or the portal of the gods was also. So that is integrating into your root chakra now. So this is very interesting to me. So I'm seeing that blueprint integrating into your root chakra. That's New Earth. If you're still connected to where the root chakra was taken to, which was Mount Shasta, and it's been changed, but you didn't change with it, then you haven't come into the new foundation. Does that make sense? All that was recorded, I did that work back in 2021 before I activated any pyramids. That was the first thing that had to be done. And then Fiji was the first pyramid activation. And we returned Earth's root chakra back to its rightful space. And that's where the veil of illusion will totally fall from. That was part of the creation of that. And the separation of God, foundation, true God, not a book one, not one that was dictated through man, one that's here in the heart. Heaven on earth, as above, so below. So now the light grid is able to go into the root. The light grid activation, the light code activation. Separate from a false foundation. And as I'm doing this, I literally see like that line going up California, just going whoop and ripping apart. And then it goes bloop. It just falls. That is what it is. You take that for what it is. I'm doing this through your root chakra. So I have seen that happen since I cleared Mount Shasta, though. I will tell you that. Several times. And then I see a big wave coming in through San Francisco. And they're saying right now, as I'm doing this, watch out for the Oregon coast. And my eyes are closed, you guys. I'm not looking, so I don't know what's happening. But they're saying make way for the Oregon coast. Like be aware of the Oregon coast. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know why or what that means or why it's happening. And then I'm also hearing the ring of fire. The ring of fire is awakened. It is very filled with, it's like this energy build up grid. And then they're saying like, I see the Oregon coast, and it has something to do with that. But I'm not saying anything, and I never talk about timelines. I just tell you what comes, and we just put it in our pocket. don't need ego to decipher that, right? We just hear it. We observe it. Woo, chills. Woo. Okay, now I'm going up into the sacral chakra. Ooh, so there's a blockage between the root and the sacral. So I need to repair the connection, bring in a line of connection to the root and the sacral. I want to look at time. Okay. Different crystal. I'm hearing different crystal. Fluorite. Fluorite and howlite. So I'm going to really draw through the moon and the sun to help repair this connection. I also want to expand the connection is what I'm hearing for some. So some need their connection repaired, but not all of us. The rest is they're saying to expand the connection now between the root to the sacral, because this is bigger energy where it's new earth grid, right? It's new earth connection. It's total self connection. So it's not so dense. We become more expansive and lighter and lighter and lighter. I'm going to tune in really closely here, because within the separation, whoever's is separated between the root and the sacral, there's some trauma I need to release. There's also something going on with the kidneys that I just want to cleanse out. I just want to cleanse it. So at the same time, I'm bringing in, and somebody's fallopian tubes. And this is so that we can receive the energy. It's a necessity. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying it. A fallopian tube like obstruction. And I see it like this mass obstruction in there. And so I'm just going to, and I say it because I'm healing. I want to heal it. So I'm bringing in light and I'm going to start breaking it down. I want to break that down. What's in the fallopian tubes for somebody, it's an obstruction, but it's obstructing my life force energy right now. Like my connection to self, my connection to reproduction, just my connection to life in general. And so I just need to break this up. I want to dissipate it. I want to make it nothing. I don't want it to set it free. I want to dissolve it. And then there's somebody else with a kidney issue that I need to clear before I can connect the root to the sacral. Because our body is not separate. There is nothing in our body that is separate from one thing to the other. It is all connected. And I see this repeatedly in my healings. Everything affects another, affects another, affects another. So as I go into the kidneys, there's also a genetic component for somebody of alcoholism within the family, whether you are or not. It comes down through our genetic coding, and it's affected the kidneys at some point in time. So I'm doing a kidney repair with some genetic healing. It's coming out of like a cellular level, and it's very quick. This is just a quick release, a quick healing, a quick repair, because it's going to block this energy. Addictions are not always so simple, are they? Oh, no, they're not. They're generational most of the time. Genetic predisposition is what I'm hearing. But also it affects the kidneys production down the generational line too. And functionality. I feel a little bit like blah, like it like made me feel like blah as your body will process whatever that is for you. And it might even come out in a little bit of discoloration in the urine. And that's okay if you do see that. If you don't, that's okay too. But if you do, don't freak out. It's processing through the kidneys. So now I can repair the connection between the sacral and the root. And we're going into the sacral. It's like slowly, I see it like rebuilding this connection. like a cellular repair, like literally in real time in my mind's eye. It's like cells coming together and creating an energetic connection. And that's just how it looks, right? That's a good way to describe it. But it's an energy connection flow through the body system alignment and through our chakra system. Our chakras are not separate from our physical self. They just aren't. They can be, which also causes physical problems. As I'm doing this, I feel something pushing up higher too. I can't wait to get there. I can't wait to get that out. So now we're entering in the sacral, and I want to do the same thing. So I'm also hearing fire here. So there's like between the root and the sacral is the fire element. So we are realigning and balancing the fire chi within you, the fire energy. And it can show as lava sometimes because that's how the fire is within the earth's layers, right? It shows as lava, but it's a fire element. And so it's balancing the fire energy within your system is what I'm hearing as I take the moon into the left of the sacral and the sun into the right of the sacral. And again, I need to turn somebody's sacral. So I need to rotate it. And then I also need to balance somebody else, like tilting and a little rotation. And this could be multiple people. It could be the same person. That's not important. It's not clear. It's just all the energies I'm reading. So I'm also hearing the words, for whatever reasons, like kinetics, kinetic energy healer. So if that resonates with you, then and now, later, whenever, whatever, it is yours. Oof, this is dense. There's some dense energy moving. So I want to expand the sacral. I want to expand. It's our mother. It's our power. It's our sensual self. It's truly where we house a lot of nurturement and naturement and connection with love, and our feminine and masculine side is just honor here. And I want to restore again. Remember Petrovia that came through for the earth value system. And so I want to restore the value of ourself in the sacral. And as I'm doing that, I feel some pain. I feel a weird pain. And I have to sit with it. I want to escape it, but I can't. I got to sit with it. And I feel it like more on the right side. It's like the shooting pain that rises up. Almost feels like it goes to my solar plexus, but it's just like this shooting pain. Divine connection repair. Balance of the masculine and feminine going in now. And I see the masculine moon on the left, the feminine sun on the right, and the Merkaba in the center as their star connector, their guiding star, your guiding star. So I had spoke of trauma a few minutes ago with the repair of the connection, and I'm also seeing this in the sacral. So more than likely relationship trauma. Could also be past life related because I see what looks like if your loved one takes your life. It's that feeling. And it kind of looks like you love somebody so deeply and they hurt you so badly. And they end up taking your life. So this may be a past life connection. I'm not sure. Or something somebody has experienced in some way, shape, or form in this lifetime. I don't know. It's not clear. It doesn't need to be necessarily. Oh. I actually feel the sensation of getting shot, like getting shot. It hurts. It like almost burns and it's cold at the same time with the metal, and then like shock is there, and then like all of a sudden you start to feel things shut down, and like you almost feel like you're like losing life and losing blood. It's a weird feeling. I don't like it. Sorry about that. I'm just processing it. I don't know what it connects to. I feel more past life, but I don't know. Sometimes things are generational. It's in somebody's sacral. That's some trauma, let me tell you. Woo! I can't. Oh, it's inescapable. Oh. Oh. That's not going to resonate with everybody. Just who it needs to. And maybe even just in their dreams. I don't know. It depends on which timeline, I guess you could say, we're processing that out of. Let me check the time here. So within the sacral, I'm now seeing some fear. I'm also hearing an energetic release necessity. So I'm just releasing some energy. Escapism, I'm hearing for somebody. So there's a tendency to escape, especially when it comes to open up to vulnerability. So wherever vulnerability might come in, somebody tends to escape. Like, I'm going to just keep myself busy. I pretend it's not happening. Avoidant, escape. I escape. I might escape through substances. I might escape through work. I might escape through doing something just to shut my mind off, right? Like, there's escapism here, avoidant behavior. And so I'm cleansing that. It's part of self-sabotage, and it's a wound avoidance. And so I'm cleansing that. Ouch. Sorry, that hurts a little. I feel it. It's like this pain bubble rising through the sacral. And I see a snake here. So this is calling somebody's power back. I started with that in the beginning with the oil, if you're just joining me. It's a part of calling your power back. All of this has been really. Excuses. We make excuses, or I'm hearing like we could accept excuses as well from others. A tendency to just accept excuses and let that be. And there's no need to do that. That's also not unconditional love. Sometimes the truth is true love. Not sometimes. We got to be in truth. And that's okay. It's releasing the fear of truth in the sacral. I'm hearing again the power grid. Power grid is coming through the sacral. And I'm tuning into Lake Titicaca. That's the earth sacral right now. So I'm tuning into, this is interesting. I'm tuning into Lake Titicaca right now and the earth grid system connecting through our sacral, because that's where the sacral is. Divine development, divine return, divine awakening. Synopsis, divine synapse, divine connections, like a boom. So how do I explain this? When I see a false power grid fall and a true lightning grid system integration, I don't know how else to say that. It's as if the false grid falls, and then all of a sudden this lightning activation it's like just a boom, light activation that comes in through the earth. And then I feel very, very crampy and achy in the sacral. Ooh. So I'm seeing some father timeline purge and some mother timeline purging, and that's all connected, especially to everything that's come through, really. But this goes a little deeper into the karmic blueprint side, the shadow side. And dark night of the soul. And somebody has a brother connection that's trying to heal. It wants to heal. It needs to heal. I don't know who that's for. Just chills going up the left side of my body big time. whatever that means to you. It just needs to heal, like forgiveness. There's a karmic connection needing repair. Forgiveness is lots of chills being requested. It's like a feeling of longingness for that. Every time I say that, I feel chills in my left hip. It's insane. It goes right up my left backside. Oh. So now I can do the light language activation in the sacral. They want me to attune now the root and the sacral to the Earth Star chakra just a little bit more. An attunement, because they've all been aligned and connected. So I'm hearing to bring in 675 hertz frequency into these chakras simultaneously. So the Earth Star, the root, and the sacral, 675 hertz frequency. I can hear it. I can feel it in my insides. And so I'm just integrating into the chakra system. And this is somehow connecting also to Fiji, which is the Earth's root chakra, truly, and Lake Titicaca. It's New Earth chakra, not older anymore, because they stole it and put it at Mount Shasta. That was a false grid. Okay, so the root chakra is at Fiji, and the sacral is at Lake Titicaca, and the Earth Star connects to the core. It's beautiful, beautiful. And all of Earth, really. Like I see it through the entire crystal grid. I see it through like all of that. And we're just letting that rise up through your system. Rising up and rising up and rising up. Becoming, then also remember it's going into our aura, because that's connecting and healing as well. Ooh, this hurts a little. This hurts a little. So as we're rising now towards the solar plexus, I feel like this sharp pain in my chest, which we're not there yet, but I feel this movement of energy, this density. It's like a separation of density and light, right? So I'm going to drawing the, and remember higher self energy is coming down, and we're going to meet in the heart with that. And that's where it's going to anchor in, because that's where the focus needs to be for our functionality, for our life support, for our new earth grid. But I'm going to bring the sun and the moon now into the solar plexus. And I'm seeing it as opposites, where I've been putting the moon on the left and the sun on the right. They're backwards right now. So I also need to recalibrate the solar plexus. I need to recalibrate the solar plexus. Now, another interesting image I'm getting as I say that is I need to flip the Merkaba upside down and then back over. So it's like turning the Merkaba. Was that 360 degrees? It's like one's upside down and then one's back over as I'm flipping the solar plexus. This is very important. It will also affect the earth grid alignment. So it needs to flip a little, and it needs to flip a little to recalibrate. So as I go into the solar plexus, there is definite resistance. It's intense energy. It feels very intense. I also feel it in my throat. Like this pressure. There we go. So I'm recalibrating the chakra. At the same time, bringing in the energies of the sun and the moon. So they came in backwards, and we're recalibrating it, turning the solar plexus, turning your compass also inward. Your focus inward, your compass inward, focus inward, focus inward. Inner focus, inner focus. Everything is connected within you. Everything is a reflection of inside you. Inner focus, inner focus, inner focus. You will see the earth clearly, the world clearly, everything clearer with an inner focus. Inner focus. False timeline purge preparation. Again, I'm hearing that. That's what the workshop I'm doing tonight for the earth and for mankind. It's a reset. Like we're purging mass history timelines. Everything's done in the energy and then plays out in our reality. Just like manifesting. Calling it forward. It's an intention, an energy, a movement, and then it becomes our reality. So I feel like the solar plexus is anchoring into where it needs to be, and the Merkaba has gone a half a turn. Now I want to leave the solar plexus aligned where I just did it, but I want to continue calibrating the Merkaba within it. So the moon is now on the left of the solar plexus, and the sun is now on the right of the solar plexus, and the Merkaba is in the middle, upside down right now. And it's as if I'm going to take that Merkaba and I'm going to rotate it clockwise. If I'm facing inside you, we're going to turn it as if it was clockwise. Although I don't like clocks because that's false time. But you get what I'm saying. So we're going to turn it. That direction is important, and I can feel it. I can feel some density, some movement. It's a bit uncomfortable. It's like very slow moving for a reason. It's a oh, ow! It actually hurts a little. Hang on. So it's starting to, I feel these weird movements in my solar plexus area. It's intense. I felt like this little bloop, 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 as well as like this pressure and this tense energy. As that's happening, you guys, I'm seeing something. So the solar plexus is reflecting through all the pyramid activations, which is also reflecting through the sun and the moon integrations and this mass energy grid activation that we're like in. It's like the solar flash energy, right? Where all this mass power of sun just goes right through the solar grid system, solar plexus, solar grid system. This is that electrical grid I'm talking about, okay? We have a false electrical grid, and then we have a true electrical grid. And when I was activating the pyramid, Spirit literally showed me that those are our solar panels. It's like our energy grid. And the crystals underneath them were all replaced back to light and rebuilt with the masculine and feminine DNA and alignment, the sun and the moon. This is so important to understand because this is big, and this is what's happening right now in real time with the earth. And we have maximum sun and moon energy coming in, and it's like a flash of light activation, and just like this, like almost like a synapse shoots in our brain for a movement of knowledge, right? It's kind of like that, like this huge lightning of light just comes through this grid and just switches a switch, and everything shifts. Like everything becomes different. Like it's, and that's like the solar flash. It's like a big boom of light, and everything just reborn. That's the solar flash. Everything's aligned for it now. And now as the solar plexus is too. And that's what's showing me. It's connecting to that grid, the sun and the moon, full power, boom. And it's like the sudden flash of boom. Kind of like the Big Bang Theory, right? It's just like this flash of light, boom. And then everything is just is. That's God though. That's the power of God. That's the power of creation. That's the life, death, rebirth cycle. She's like, boom, and then everything's changed. That's what's happening right now. And I see this in the solar plexus, and it's connecting with that grid. Solar plexus, solar grid. Ooh, weird energy movement. And then I also see the energy of what looks like northern lights, right? They call it like quantum grid activations, though, is what I'm hearing. It's like quantum grid activations going into the solar plexus. So that's important. Quantum grid activations going into the solar plexus. And it looks like pastel-y light activations, like if you get like a northern lights, right? Like very pretty lights caused through the sun. Got a little distracted. Let me go right back in. Yeah, make way for the most power return. And one energy grid system goes out, boom, as another one comes in, boom. Kind of like a lightning strike, which is really weird because I think it was yesterday we had lightning strike near our house and it hit a lightning pole and knocked out power next door, like a whole like next to us, but not us. It was so weird. It's kind of like that. It's like this lightning shift, like it just comes in and knocks out a false power grid and reactivates a new one. And for a moment, everything's like goes down, becomes quiet, becomes still. You can feel all that energy just stop. It was like this mass energy waves you could constantly feel. You don't even realize it until it all stops, until all the false power grid just stops, and then you can feel it. Then you can feel what you were feeling before because it stopped. So I say that because I'm seeing all this light from the solar grid come into your solar plexus. It's like an alignment. Like if I took 3 points and aligned them with light, it's kind of like that. And now I will do the light grid activation. As above, so below. And I'm hearing make way for the shifts of a lifetime. Will come in waves because God is good. God is good. God isn't here to punish. God isn't here to torture. This is not the apocalypse. That is not a word of God. I'm telling you that again. God is good and he gives you everything you need and every opportunity you need, and you just have to hear the call. You have to align. You have to take the steps into the right alignment, because nothing can happen to you, only through you. He can't force you, and he would never do that. So you have to understand the illusion and get out of the confusion and align to what is each step of the way. God is good. So these are massive waves, and they're only going to get bigger. They're about to get really big. So now we're going up into the heart space, and I need a different crystal, my diopside again, and amethyst. And at the very least, I'm holding them. It's just what I'm doing. Hello, hello. So I close my eyes a lot. You have to forgive me. This is a true full chakra healing. So if you joined in late, go back to the beginning and receive it all, because this one's pretty intense. It's just a full chakra healing for the full moon, the lunar eclipse, the blood moon, all this energy, right? Like this new earth grid activation going on here. And we're making way for a timeline purge, massive timeline purge. So as we're going to start drawing now into the heart space. Oh, before I leave the solar plexus, I'm seeing to do that with the Merkaba again, where it's like I pull the two apart and just let them flop back together. It's like if you stretch two rubber bands and then you release, it like clears some stuff. You know what I mean? It's like that. This is diopside and amethyst. And I'm going to start drawing the energy up to the heart space. And I'm feeling some pain, so I want to tune in. I'm feeling some density, some resistance. Oh. Also, if you're new here, I do burp to release. Just forgive that. It's a part of the healer that I am. So we're going to go into the heart. And right away, I want to detach from some matrix, a matrix grid system of the heart. The Merkaba is represented for the heart chakra, which also is coming through for the core of the earth for a reason, because we're expanding through the core of the earth. And we want to connect our heart to the core of the earth even deeper. Spirit wants to say that when they talk about, to anybody who connects to Spirit, when they talk about the energy grid system, it is more than just power lines. They are talking about the entirety of the energy grid system, the chakras, the Merkaba, and the false energy grid system of power lines. So they want you to expand our understanding and just be more omnipresent with it, because it's quite vast. The crystal grid, the pyramids, they're part of the energy grid system. The sun comes through, they've been opened and activated and realigned. It comes through, it fills into the crystal grid, fills into the core. The earth is not separate from that. It should have never been. The eclipses have changed, they've realigned. This is full power return. So we're going into the heart space. And love is reborn. That's what I'm hearing here. So I feel like I want to relax now. I want to relax. Let's open our chest. Let's open our chest. I'm still holding the amethyst and the diopside crystals. Okay, so the energy is there. And right now I'm feeling we need a lot of love on the feminine side, actually. On both. It's not really one, but it's needed. We're amplifying it. And as I'm seeing like these crystals sending energy up my arm and into my heart space, okay? And that's what we're doing for all of us. It's using the crystal energy to send it into our heart space. And as I'm doing this, as we're going into the heart, we're expanding the solar plexus even more, which is going into our auric field. Now I'm seeing a shadow. There is a space in the heart space. I feel it in the back of the right side. So it's showing me in the, like, on my, so you have to understand I'm a twin flame, and I feel my divine masculine on my left, and I feel myself on my right. And that's how I read the energy in my body. Okay. So we need to understand that. But I feel it like on the feminine side, on my side, in the heart chakra, towards the back. And it's as if you're going into a cave and all of a sudden you can't see in there, right? Like shadowed, it's covered as you can't see in it. And so I want to bring some light in here. I want to bring some light in here. I want to bring some light in here. I'm saying that repeatedly because I want to amplify the power of that statement. Okay. And Malachi is also stepping forward, and so is Saint Germain in here. Saint Germain's coming forward with the violet flame for this area. And Saint Genevieve is stepping forward also to remove some of this density. It's a shadow. That's what it's like, a shadow. Trepidation. The word trepidation. So you guys, the solar flash is like a mass Merkaba. So they're telling me it's like the star is born. The star is born. It's a rebirth of a star. When you think of like in space and like, what is it, like a nebula? I don't know, when a star like dies, this is a star born. This is truly a star born. And it's like the earth birth through the star, the Merkaba. It's a star born. I have to say, because that's what's coming through. We're going into the heart space, the Merkaba, the earth Merkaba, and the solar flash comes in and it hits it. And it's like the opposite of the nebula, like when a star dies in the solar, the atmosphere, the universe, whatever you want to call it. This is the opposite. It's a star born. They talk about the earth split, right? So I want you to understand, it's like this sun comes in and boom, like the solar flash, like everything just is, like the star is born, and it happens through the Merkaba, the masculine and feminine, for sure. Rebirth, new earth, star is born. This is not little. This is like really, truly quantum physically happening. It's like atomizing. A star is born. It's not hypothetical. It's truly not. So Saint Genevieve is reaching into that darkness. Reaching into that darkness. And it's like where we gave our power away. But I'm also hearing like true heartache. Like true heartache and true sadness and grief. Grief. This is layered grief. This is not a simple this lifetime experience. It's like deafening grief. Like when the masculine and feminine were ripped apart. It's just grief of that. Grief of separation from God. Grief of all of the bloodshed and the loss and just such deep, deep, deafening grief. Grief. Shock. And Saint Genevieve like reaches her hand into that darkness and is just pulling out this grief, because it's almost impossible to release on our own. Like it's such deafening grief. And I see it as if like you pull a sock inside out, a weird analogy. Or like if you go into a black hole and you pull the black hole inside out. I don't know how else to say that. It's kind of like that. It's like all history, all timelines back to Adam and Eve when they were separated. That's what happened. They were separated. They were split apart. They were separated, and just there was a lot of imbalance to the earth. And so each timeline after that, it's like all this grief, and we go all the way back into the beginning of time. And I keep hearing the word nebula. I don't. And so they just like going in and just grabbing it and pulling it back through this black hole and undoing all of time and processing all of that grief until it becomes light, until it is all clear, until it is all gone. It's like a mass timeline purge, including the grief, because rebirth means death, and we process that as such. It really is a great reset. I see that in so many ways. And so remember I said Saint Germain's there with the violet flame? So he's taking the violet flame and he's starting to cleanse from the center of the heart. So in your center of the heart, you'll have a white flame, but he's becoming violet. And it's like spreading through the center, slowly out with every breath, with every movement, with every breath, because that is life. Breath is life. Breath is time. That's what God says. That's our time. Our time is breath. Breath is time. Breath is life. The earth breath, right? Breath. And so as we breathe, as our heart beats, this violet flame is spreading through the heart center. and it's becoming one with the Merkaba. So I'm seeing a cleansing with the violet flame for our Merkaba and also the one for Earth's Merkaba. We're cleansing it with the violet flame. And ours, it's like the whole entire Merkaba becomes engulfed in the violet flame. And Saint Germain shows me as if he's holding the violet flame in his hand, like it's floating above it, you know, like on those magnetic platforms or something. And it's just all violet flame. And he's just engulfing it and transmuting and undoing any yuck and muck, and also connecting us to our divine presence deeply. So I feel it in my third eye also a bit, and I also feel it in my crown, and I also feel it in the back of my my causal chakra area. I feel it in the Merkaba. Releasing fear. I am one with the sun and the moon. I am powerful. I am aligned. I am connected. I am capable. I am present. I am omnipresence. Going into the heart space. I am free. And then I see these shackles breaking off the wrists, like chains, like cuffs. I am free. I am free. And then I hear the money grid system again. So in the back of the heart space, I feel a little yuck and muck again. And it's like the money grid system. And it's like ripping apart the shackle. I am free. I am free of the shadow that blinds me, and I am free of the shackles that bind me. I am free. And I want to rise up to the throat at the same time, bringing the moon and the moon on the left and the sun on the right, and we need to expand. We're not done here. We're not done in the heart. I'm connecting our truth. I am free. And that feels weird. There's a limitation when I say that. It's hitting somebody's shadow big time. It's like I am, and I'm also feeling emotions rise when I say that, for possibly many. I am free. I am free. And I see this image of like standing like this and just break the chains. And it's like free of the shadow that blinds me and free of the shackles that bind me. I am free. I am free. I am free. And it's like waves of programming undone as I say that. It's like a vibration going through the energy. I am free. I am free. I am love. I am love, I'm love, I'm love, and I'm allowed to be loved, and I'm okay to be loved, and I'm safe to be loved, and I should be loved for exactly who I am. And this is going into our heart space, like exactly who I am and the way I look. We deserve love. We deserve love for exactly who we are, without the need to change, without the need to be anything different, without the need to fit in, and without the need to prove anything. We deserve love. Free of conditional love. Free from conditional love. We are all connected. We are all one and the same. I'm free. Follow the joys of the heart. We are free. 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 And as I'm saying that, the way I'm saying it, it's like releasing these dense energies, releasing resistance, releasing fear, releasing expectation and separation and lack. So I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I am free. And I'm allowed to be. We were all wounded, and there was no perfection. And it was really sad. It is really sad. But what's beautiful is we're free. There's no fear. We will have different experiences. That is what people call Judgment Day, is just karmic return. You reap what you sow. That is what it is. There's nothing around that. Duality is done, and it's okay. We're free. Okay. So bringing in the moon more into the throat and the sun more into the right side of the throat, the moon in the left, and the Merkaba in the middle is our guiding star. And I see that again. So a star is born. And I'm seeing this in quantum physics type understanding. It's like this mass solar flash comes in and it atomizes, and it's like a sudden shift to the Earth's Merkaba, shift to our Merkaba, those that are called home, those that can rise, whatever you want to call it. And it's like all of a sudden we're reborn. It's like a star is born. I don't know how else to explain that. It goes through the Merkaba. It goes through Earth's Merkaba and our Merkaba. It's the heart space. It's our connection to the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And of course, it's not separate from the rest of us, right? This is why we need the full alignment. But it's truly, like, if you think about the scientific side of things, and I hear like nebulas and the star dying, it's the opposite, where a star is born. And it's the Merkaba. It's new Earth. Boom. It's atomizing. It's born. Everything was prepped. Everything was put into the blueprint of existence. You can't have it without that. But once the activation's like a light switch, it's like boom, and then the star is born. All of the things that were put into motion, all of the blueprint of new Earth, all of the blueprint, the healing, the realignment of the masculine and feminine, the DNA activations, all of the things being prepped and ready and aligned, and then the light comes through and boom, the star is born. New Earth. The Merkaba is the star. It's beautiful. Like, I'm processing that in my head. It's quantum physics level stuff. It's not simplistic, but it is all at the same time if we let go of the restrictions of the mind. Science is limited, but they are expanding. Oh. So I'm seeing this image of like pulling back power to the throat. It's like pulling back a piece of somebody's soul, like a fragmented self. And I see it as like if in the movies you think of a ghost and it's like a white translucent presence, and that's how I see it, as like calling back a piece of yourself to the throat, calling back where something was left behind, a piece of the soul. That's really what it's like, calling back a piece of your soul to the throat. It's like I literally see myself going like this, and I'm calling back the piece of your soul to your throat. Connection. Recalibrating the throat just a little bit, and then I want to activate the heart and the throat together with that light grid activation. Ooh. And also truly aligned to all the work we've already done, down to the Earth Star Chakra. Nebula. I keep hearing that. I'm not scientific, though. I'm just a master healer. Yeah. I don't study this stuff. I just channel it. And I do the work. I just know it at the soul, but I don't know how I know it. We have to look it up afterwards. Okay. So now I'm going to activate. Well, no, before I do that, there's a little something left in the throat. Oh, something doesn't feel right. Be careful what you say. When you speak ill of yourself, it hurts more than you know. Be very careful what you say. Your words are a vibration, and this is for all of us. Our words are a vibration, no matter how small we may think they are, no matter if it's a fleeting moment of emotional release. We need to be very careful. It doesn't mean that we can't make mistakes, but I'm just saying, think of everything in terms of vibration. So if you sit there and speak very low of yourself repeatedly, what do you think that does? It hurts really badly. And so we're clearing that out. It's like taking a chunk of the throat chakra and just cleansing it. Oh. Love. I am worthy of love needs to go in there. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love and I am beautiful. I am worthy of love and I am beautiful. And I need to put that in there. And I keep repeating it for a reason. You can say one negative reflection multiple times. So why can't we say that multiple times? I am worthy of love just as I am. I am worthy of love. Like, that's big. I am worthy of love. I deserve love. I am worthy of love and I deserve love. I am beautiful, just as we are. We don't have to pretend or be something we're not, or be fake to be beautiful. There is no fake to be beautiful. We are beautiful, just as we are. Multicolored, multi-shaped, multi-everything. We are beautiful. We are whole. We are every piece to the puzzle. We are whole. And I see that, you guys. I see like that. As I'm hearing like that nebulizing, I don't know what all that is. It's like calling all this light back to the whole. Like, I am beautiful, I am whole, and it's like rising up into one. And now I do the activation of the throat and the heart together. I am beautiful and I am one. A star is born. I keep hearing that. Nebulizing and a star is born. Take it for what I don't know. And so I'm going to start drawing more light now into our third eye and crown. Also the causal chakra, making sure that's awakened and aligned and removing any separation or any dormant energy. Also, I need to cleanse some energy off somebody's shoulders, taking the weight off the shoulders, taking all that weight off the shoulders. And I see it as if I'm just lifting all this weight off the shoulders. Lifting like I'm a provider. I'm everything. Everything's on me. Like, it's overwhelming. I feel really overwhelmed. So I'm taking the weight off the shoulders. Taking it off. Cleansing the auric field. So Saint Germain is now taking the violet flame through the entire auric field. And as we've gone up, we're bringing the moon on the left and the sun on the right, and the Merkaba is our northern star. I see our higher self coming down and fully integrating into our heart space, meeting us right where we need to be. I am free. As you say that, something yucky else rises that is not that, right? So it's okay to say these things many times over. I am free. And see yourself releasing what is not, just throwing it away. I am free of the shadow that blinds me. And I am free of the shackles that bind me. I am love and I am worthy of love. And I am beautiful. Pure forgiveness for the masculine and the feminine. Pure forgiveness for the masculine and the feminine, and the wholeness of the one and the sun and the moon, and love, love. I see lions and I see snakes coming together. I see everything coming together as one. Love, acceptance, forgiveness, forgiveness, and love. A star is born. This is preparation for the mass timeline purge that this full moon is bringing. And more, of course. So I want to anchor this in. I also want to anchor this into the totality of who you are. So subconscious to the soul level, the blueprint. It's written in your Akasha records. Absolutely. Anchoring it into the heart space, your connection with your higher self, and the heart space right there at the center with the Merkaba, and the nebulizing. I don't know what all that, like this solar flash coming in, hitting the Earth Merkaba, your Merkaba, and boom, some of us will be reborn. The star is born. The Earth will be reborn. It's like a star rebirth, just creation of a star. It's really cool. And I'm hearing it again. Make way for a September to remember. Okay, so we're going to anchor this in. I'm going to get to where my eyes are open fully. Whoa. Woo! And I want to use my feathers. Selenite wand. Okay. Excuse me. And just allow that to process. So the way healings come through is exactly, how do I put, we process them exactly how they were received, and it continues. It's not something that's one and done. They continue and continue. And they do require our intuition and choices of alignment. Okay? That's how an awakening occurs. You go within and you follow your intuitive nudges over the matrix ones, over the mind. How can you tell if it's the mind or your intuition? Is your mind really loud? Or can you silence it and feel a nudge? Feel that pull. Just see, like, hear, receive through your senses. That's really the difference. Are your thoughts really loud, or can you calm them? And that will help you align to your intuition. I feel this like a lot of tingling in my third eye right now. Okay, and now tonight I do have that workshop where Spirit said it was a mass timeline purge. So it actually makes sense. I don't know what's going to come through in that one yet. We'll see. Some of us have joined that, so I'll let you guys know what comes through in that for those that haven't joined afterwards. But it has to do with the ascension and the earth and mankind, our psyche, our blueprint of our soul. I feel like it's just all of history is being undone. What I was also shown when I was doing the Orion Star Gateway work over Lionsgate is that New Earth blueprint starts with the work of the return. That's like our knowledge base of the beginning of time, right? And so the past really will fade away. We won't have all that anymore. It'll be known through the New Earth blueprint work, is what they're saying. And that's our start of time. Kind of like if you go back to Adam and Eve, even though some people debate if that was real or not, it's like the beginning of time. Okay. Which is why you really do want to heal your karma to rise. We have to. It's like starting over, starting fresh, and clean and aligned and whole. Free. True freedom. We are free if we choose to be now. So Shamuel is coming forward, and so is Archangel Raguel to clear this out and end this out for us. So they're stepping forward with like bubbles of light from Raguel. It's like rainbow colors just surrounding us in a bubble of rainbows. All of the colors of the rainbows, but very beautiful, like very pastel-y, very high frequency colors. And then Shamuel is just filling our heart with all this pink and green love light. Just so much love. And Raguel is putting that It's like our rainbow path energy, right? Just surrounding us with the rainbow path light. Protection of your soul path integration. It's quite beautiful. So the violet flame is also still present in our aura, and it will dissipate as it's done. It will remain until it's cleansed all that it needs to cleanse and transmute, and also help awaken until it's no longer needed in our energy, and it will just dissipate. And our aura is truly surrounded by rainbow light. I see like all these colors in our aura, and that's from Raguel. It's as if we went into all the bubbles of light at one time. It's just this beautiful rainbow flickering of all the colors in our aura. Excuse me. More releasing. And our heart filling with pink rays and green rays and just love. So much love, integration and mixing and balance. I'm also hearing balance. Balance. And then we bring the moon and the sun together, right in the center of the Merkaba. Excuse me. And I also see so much love in the palms of our hands. So it's like filling up the palms of our hands, which we got that back, the ability to heal, the ability to connect, our gifted hands. And it's just filling up with love, pink and green bubbles of love right in the palms of our hands. Just so much love. Give love. Receive love. We are love. Quite beautiful. That is the end for today, my friends. So I want to give your energy back to you and mine back to me. And we're just going to clear the connection from this healing integration. What is yours, and what is mine is mine. So mote it be. And I want to thank you for coming. And I want to thank all the beings of light and the angels and the presence of God and the sun and the moon and the stars and just everything. It's so beautiful. So grateful. And I want to thank my divine masculine too, because his music has been quite loud these last few days, and rightfully so. We always need the strength, and we're not in it alone, and we need to remember that, and that's okay. So much love, my friends. Thank you for joining me today. I encourage you to do this a couple times over if you need to. Whatever you need, these are never a one and done. They continue, okay? And you can use them multiple times for different things that will come through for you. So, thank you for joining me. And I hope you have a beautiful full moon. I'll let you guys know what comes through in the workshop tonight. It's going to be at 6:36 Mountain Standard Time. And it's for the full moon, blood moon, partial lunar eclipse energy. So we'll see. I don't know. I never know. All I know is it's a mass timeline purge. So much love. Bye. You're so welcome. I'll see you tonight, Donita. Bye.